Located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Touchdown, Carolina! That's a punt return of 89 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their second attempt here, the first drive, stalled and they punted.
Time to break some things out, I think, in the playbook. Now that they've gotten out there, gotten settled a little bit, let's see if they open things up. Maybe try and get the ball in the hands of the guys who can get the ball into the end zone. They're playmakers.
They would like that. Now that's a gain of 6 on the first down run. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there. And they get the first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. A handoff, running left, Henry. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. A fairly short kick from the 14. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. First possession resulted in a punt. What does Mr. Davis predict for possession number 2?
I'm looking forward to seeing what they had down on their play sheet, because most teams start with that script, that so-called script, about things they want to do. Some of those plays are used to probe, and some of those plays are used to attack. I think they're going to try to attack on this possession.
All right, let's see what happens. Will they attack? Henry again on second down. First down and much more for Henry. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal. Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. That will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 29, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. goes. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Henry again, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Watson's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Watson off play action. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the defense will spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Watson. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Herbert's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again to Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Watson. Open man is Robbie Anderson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Again, it's Watson. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. They'll roll him out right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Threes all around. McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 124 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Herbert now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Titans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. Second and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's caught by Waller out left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an out.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 137 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Play action. It's Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Panthers, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Titans, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.